Kelly Ann, and welcome to another Flossy Friday. It is great to have y'all back, and if you're new, welcome. And if you're just passing by, go ahead and hit subscribe and like and all those things. We don't really do dislikes around here because, let's be honest, I didn't make you stay on the screen. But I have a lot to show, so let's just dive on in. So last week I only had two things that I had been working on, which was the pear tree in and my spring ABCs. Now I'm still working on my spring ABCs, and at some point I want to work on it in the evening so I can get more progress done, because you just don't get enough done at lunch. But this week I've only worked on it 2 days on my lunch break, and I actually have gotten a fair amount done. I've gotten all of the green, okay, and this little fence and the start of the house. So I guess in 2 days I have gotten a fair amount done, but I could get way more progress if I was working on this at night. So that's my Little House Needleworks Spring ABCs, and don't forget all the information is going to be on the side. Also, I believe the list of colors that I'm using, because you might be able to see it. I changed out the purple for pink, and some of the colors aren't exactly the DMC called for, but in my previous blog I did post the colors that I am doing this in, and so that is online already for you. So yeah, I want to get this out at night so that way I can get a little bit more progress done on it, and also work on the winter ABCs, because I want to finish both of these before I start summer. But all 5 of the ABC series by Little House Needleworks are on my challenge for my guild this year. So I've got to get them all done at some point this year. But the next one that I'll start after these 2 are finished will be summer. And then I'll have to buy another piece of Pixeless Plus Oaken so that way I can finish the last 2 in the series. So, I finished Pear Tree Inn, and then I picked back up my hands-on designs, a year of celebration. So I've been cracking the whip on this on myself. I only have enough blocks to fully finish through August. I don't know, whenever I initially bought these, they had 3 packages of these stupid little blocks. And why I didn't buy all 3, I don't know. I guess I was thinking I didn't know if it would work or not, so I didn't want to buy everything up front. I don't know what went through my head. I don't know. I think I also just didn't feel good that day, so I just wanted to get out of the store. Not 100% sure. Both of those options sound like they are plausible, and probably what happened. But I went back literally like 2 days later, and they didn't have another package of these. So I guess it's just a popular size that people use for crafting. So I've got to go buy one more pack. These came in a 4-pack. So once I buy one more pack, I'll have all of them that I need. I have plenty more spray paint, and the packet of these little guys that I screwed on the back of these come in a package of 16. So I definitely have plenty of these to finish out the series. But I picked that back up because I had been working on May, and I was not too far from finishing in my mind. I was probably about 50% away from finishing. So I worked on that Friday evening and last week, and then I worked on it at my embroidery bee. But I got to embroidery bee, and all I had left was the color Brandy, which is the light tan color in the basket. And so once I finished that, I started June. I finished June by Monday. Monday I started July, and I finished July last night, and I've started August. So I am like flying through these. I have through September kitted. up, but once I get finished with August, I might just leave September kitted so that way I can get some work done on the ABCs and just some others that I wanted to touch on before the end of the month. So, and then also I can FFO these 4, and so then I'll just need blocks and to prep the FFO blocks for the rest of the half. So let me stop talking, but I will say this, the colors, because I've changed a lot of the color, pretty much all the colors in almost every single month. May is the first one that I still had the paper with the colors that I changed it to. So I believe in my videos in December, I talked about what colors I made January through April. I believe I said all of them in a video in the December videos. So if you want to know what I did for January through April, if you go to my Instagram or my blog and see photos, check out my December videos and you should be able to find out at least all the variegated flosses that I used. But May, the list is in the blog that I posted last week. So the colors for May are posted in last week's, and the colors for June, July, and August will be in the blog that comes out at the end of the month. So it's not posted yet. So if you like these colors, just hold tight. It'll be available at the end of the month. So this is May. So one thing that I did not do, come off. One thing that I did not do is I did not do every other flower right here, a different color. I just wanted it to all be pink. I changed almost all the colors, almost all. And then I changed this up because it was supposed to say basket and I wanted it to say flowers, which was a longer word. So I took out the little ruffle on the top and bottom of the box. And I also changed up the count for these little ruffles as well. And I just gridded that myself on the pattern. So really, really, really like this. I think it came out super cute. I really love how the little butterflies came out. It's very cute. So can't wait to get that one finished. Then like I said, I went straight into it and I started June and I finished June. I did make a little counting mistake over here with the little starfish. I made a little counting mistake, so all of this got pushed over by 1, but this was lined up correctly. So this goes through not the center of the sandcastle, but it still goes through the center of the end of June, and I'm still happy with it. It is what it is. If I wouldn't have pointed it out, you probably wouldn't have noticed. Some of you might have noticed and pointed it out, but okay, so I also changed the word of this one from beach to swim, because personally, I kind of hate beaches. I grew up going to Galveston all the time, and sorry, but that beach is super nasty. Went to Corpus a few times as a kid and went to Padre. Now, Padre is beautiful. Corpus, not so bad. And Galveston is disgusting. But what we did do as a kid, if we didn't go to the actual beach, we would go to Moody Gardens, and they had like a fake beach. They had like swimming pools and stuff that had sand around them, and like the sand went into the water. So it was like they didn't have stairs. It was like a gradual thing. So that's what we did more often. So it was like clean sand and clean water, and you could see through it, and there wasn't anything swimming in it. Have I mentioned that I almost went to college for marine biology? I love studying the ocean, and I did it for 2 years in high school. And I have gotten in the ocean to to do seining and to get fish, and I do like fishing, and we went fishing for sea anemones and stuff like that. It's not something that I enjoy. I enjoy doing it because I was learning. But as like a pastime, I'm not a fan. It's not a fun thing for me to like, a Caribbean cruise would not be the surprise to ever give me or ask me to go on. But doing it for education purposes and for the betterment of the ocean environment, I'm totally down to get in the nasty water of the Gulf of Mexico. But I do love to swim, so I didn't want that to say the beach, so I made it say swim. I also didn't put the little line through there. And the other biggest change that I made was I made the starfish orange. I was tempted to make one of them green because I used to have a saltwater tank in high school whenever I was doing all the marine biology stuff, and I had a dragon starfish, so it was green on top and like a cream yellow color on its belly, because it looked like a dragon. But you like one of the most commonly recognizable starfish is like the traditional orange colored one. No, I do not know its genus and species. I mean, that was 15 years ago. Cut me a break. So those are the changes that I made to June. And then next is July, and I finished this little bad boy last night. I think he is so stinking cute. So I did a darker red, a darker blue with brown, a gold accent, and I put white in around the words, but I did a cream color for the white everywhere else. So I really wanted muted, vintage 4th of July feel. That's what I wanted. So the biggest changes, Liberty is not done in the brown, it's done in the gold. I have two different color whites, a darker red, a darker blue, and the stars down here I made in the gold rather than white. So that's my biggest differences. So it looks a little grungy, but I mean, it doesn't look as pristine red, white, and blue like it's charted for. But I think it looks very vintagey, and that's more my stream and like the decor of my house. My house is either like super bright and eclectic. I mean, if you look in any corner, it's a combination of bright and eclectic and super antique, like to where my friends say that it looks like I just moved into like a dead relative's house. So the other one that I started last night, because I could not go to bed without starting this, is I went ahead and started August. I almost didn't because, to be quite fair, I really need some sleep. I am so exhausted. Like really exhausted. But I love sunflowers. Sunflowers are one of my favorite flowers. So to start on this and to start using the colors that I picked for this, I was too excited. So I went ahead and I got started. Obviously not a very far start, but a start nonetheless. So, that is what I've worked on in the last 7 days, which seems insane. I mean, it feels like I got a lot done, and I know that I did, but they're just so tiny. It also feels like I did nothing. So those are all of my finishes, and those will be FFO'd soon, and also my 2 current whips. So excited to get to some other stuff. Actually, I feel like I worked on, I could totally be wrong, but I feel like I've put more work into my Barbara Anna. So I'm unsure, so I'm just gonna go ahead and show this to you because I'm not sure. So I do have one little problem with my Barbara Anna, and that's the fact that my fabric is gonna be too small on this side. I haven't shown this. I did work on it a little bit. But I've already figured out a way that I'm going to fudge that. So, I'm not really worried about it because how I want to finish her, I don't need that much room on the end. So I'm not super worried about it. And I know how I want to fudge this. I don't know why. I started this in the center. I mean, I started it the way that I needed to. But for some reason, I mean, this is as far as it goes, and literally where, like right about right here is as far as it goes on this side, like 2 squares in. So I've got to fudge it just a little bit, but the rest of her like will fit in perfectly. Her hair just goes out really far. I don't know. I guess the cut on this side was a little uneven and I just didn't realize it. I have a little bit of tweaking to do with her, but I think it will be okay. So I got my package from Needlecraft Corner in my fabric of the month. I stayed in it for this year. So last year's Baker's Dozen fabric of the month, and in December you get 2 fat quarters. It wasn't definitely a neutrals pack, but it had a lot more of the lighter neutrals and a lot of the brown tan neutrals. This year is still a neutrals year, but there's more of the blue. There's still some tans, do not get me wrong, but there's more of like the blush colors, the blues. So we're entering into like another side of like the neutrals. And I know that she is going to do a brights year. So I'm just, for right now, I'm in it for the long haul. I haven't had to buy fabric in so long, and I haven't had the desire to dye fabric because I have so much hand dyed fabric, and now I have so much Pixos Plus linen. The only thing that I want to buy fabric for at this moment is another piece of this Oaken so we can finish the series. But as of right now, I'm going to wait a little bit to even buy that. And I might just call Dreama and just have her charge me for 2 pieces and have it come with a monthly or something. Okay, so the free patterns, a Cricut collection pattern, which is called the Cardinal Mitten. There's a little bird in there, a little tree. It's a little mitten. It's cute. Not really my style, but it is cute. I think this one's pretty cute. This one was designed by Sharon Crescent, and it's called Snowman Surprise. It says winter down the side, which it's pretty cute, but I like him more. So I think he would be cute by himself, and I'm thinking this is like a little cat. It doesn't say, but he apparently took off his hat, and I think there was a cat in the hat is what I think. It's like a little kitten. This one is super cute. This one's called Snow Day. This is Amy Brookton and Kanetta Hurlstone. It's called Snow Day. It's super cute. But again, I kind of like him by himself. I mean, the words are super cute. I love how they're charted. But I don't know. I don't always like things with words on them. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And this one is by Tina Herman. It's called Happy Snowman. And I'm guessing that there's an embellishment pack that you can get for this. That has snowflakes, little snowflake buttons, and 2 petite beads or French knot for eyes. But this is called Happy Snowman. He's pretty cute. So I like 2. I really like 2 of those out of there. So I don't know. Maybe that'll happen one day. I'm just collecting all these little patterns that come with my fabric each month. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe one year I'll do ornaments or something. So I got a package back. And she wrapped it so freaking cute. And this is from Heather. So if you've been following along, about literally a week and a half ago, I sent Heather 9 of my finishes. Now, she did send 4 of them back to me because she couldn't think of what to do with them either. So I'm just going to have to think on it and really see how I want to finish these. But the 4 that she sent back are my With Thy Needles. So the little Hear the Peep, Jingle All the Way, Candy Cane Dreams, and Spirits and Spells. They're all back now with me. I don't know. I've thought about doing one of those little magnetic boards where I can change them out, but then they came out with 2 Christmas ones, so that kind of threw a wrench in it for me. And also, all of them are on 18 count except for one of them. And she suggested a little pillow, which I don't hate, but I'm not good at doing round pillows. Which I guess I could do square ones. I don't know. I have good ideas for them, but I haven't settled on anything, and I want to settle on something before I start fiddling with it, if that makes sense. So those are just going to stay off to the side for right now. And then look how she wrapped this to send this back to me. So stinking cute. I love it. So these are all my flat folds. I have seen pictures of them, but I've not held them in my hands. So I'm really excited to get them out and also to show y'all. Oh, do not put those finishes in the box with tissue paper. That would be an accident waiting to happen. And she bubble wrapped them. I'm so excited to get into these. Some of these have been finished for a while. All right, so the first one right here on top is Holly Jolly Santa by the Frosted Pumpkin. And I stitched this on the 16 count Haunted. And this is the fabric that we picked out together. I love this little trim. It is so cute. So she made 5 of my finishes into little flat folds for me. I absolutely love this so much. How stinking cute is this little guy? So fun fact for some of these fabrics, because I just think this would be fun for y'all to see. The other half of this piece of Haunted is what this one is done on. So I took the other half and I coffeed and tea dyed it. So this is what Haunted looks like. Coffee, tea dyed, and baked in the oven. So fun fact. All right, so that's Holly Jolly Santa by the Frosted Pumpkin. Oh my gosh, if this is any indicator, these are gonna be so freaking adorable. I cannot wait. All right, so this is the next one. Same fabric, but this is the other piece. So these were supposed to be samplers. This was originally in a magazine, which is where I got the pattern from, but it is now on the Frosted Pumpkins website. This is the Sleepy Hollow sampler. So I bought this one as a kit, and whenever I finished it and decided I didn't want to do the alphabet, I did this one on the bottom half of the, they used to have Fat 8s from Pictureless Plus. So she's done on the other half of this piece of fabric. So the little chicken. So there it is. This is the corresponding fabric with a little purple strap. Oh my gosh, guys, these are so cute. I love this. Whenever she showed me this fabric, I was like, that's perfect because of the little border. Oh, so cute. I cannot wait until the holidays. All right, the next one is another Frosted Pumpkin. Go figure. I need to do the other 3 in this series. So other fun fact. This fabric, oops, is the same as this. Coffee and tea dyed and baked in the oven. So this is what Picture This Plus Coastal looks like after you've coffee tea dyed it and baked it. So, oh my gosh. So this is the Frosted Pumpkin Summer Beach Day. I have the other 3 seasons bought and the fabric for autumn. I need to get fabric for the other 2. But they're summer. I cannot wait to put this out now. I really need to finish the series. So she showed me she showed me 2 different fabrics for this one, and it had to be the bright sunny yellow. I was just like, that's perfect. So it has a little white ribbon underneath it. Oh my gosh, that is literally too cute for words. I love this. Okay. The next one, ooh, okay, good. I'm saving my favorite for last. It just happened to be wrapped like that, guys. Just saying. So this is a 1/4, and this is another 1/4 of the Coastal fabric by Picture This Plus. This is a Little House Needleworks, The Angels Sang, and I finished this in December, so last month. So not as old of a finish, thank God. But she's finished. I did do a lot of modifications to her, like the wings and the navy and the star. I did make some mods. But she is on the other, she's on another piece of this Coastal right here, along with the snowman. And so she had a couple of fabrics that she suggested with this one, a first go round, and I picked out a red plaid out of the ones that she first did, and then she went through like a second pass because I was like, I wonder if black would look good. And she found this black and brown plaid. Now, I'm a huge fan of mixing black and brown. I don't think it's scary to do so. Oh my gosh, look at that ribbon. Little burlap ribbon. Oh, this is so freaking cute. I love it so much. Heather, if you're watching this, I'm blown away. I'm blown away. I couldn't have done this. I mean, I probably could have, but holy crap, you did such a good job. I love this. I'm sad that it's not Christmas time anymore because I just want her. You know what? She's not that Christmassy. She kind of is. I don't know. Maybe I'll put her in my dining room. But I love this fabric with it. I think it's just a really nice complement to the pattern. I think it brings out the gold, the lettering. I just love it all. Okay. Now, I love all of these finishes. Do not get me wrong. But the next one is my ultimate favorite out of these finishes. It just looks so stunning. The fabric choice that she used is stunning. And also, I just really love this finish. I had a really good story behind this whenever I bought it, and it took me a year to do it. I think I started this literally a year after buying the pattern, and I finished it so quickly because I loved it so much. And funny enough, I bought this pattern and everything to make it the first time I ever met Heather, whenever I also went to an L&S for the first time back in February of 2017, and I did this last February. And so I think it's only fitting that Heather Heather flat folded this for me. It means even more now. But this is Little House Needleworks, the Embroidery Guild. Oh my God. Look. And I made a lot of changes to this. I changed the color of the dresses, changed the color of the hair, I changed the color of the thread, I changed the date. I did a lot of changes on this. And this was also my first piece of stitching on not Ada, and it was a Jobelan that I dyed. I copy and tea dyed that. So a lot of firsts in this. First LNS, first not Ada stitch, first time meeting Heather and bought it, and she helped me pick out all the different colors and everything. And I mean, I've been a part of my embroidery guild and quilt guild since 2008, so it just means a lot to me. Beautiful ribbon. I love this maroon color. It complements the piece so much. But guys, seriously, check out the back fabric. I love anything that makes anything look like a teacup. I don't even want this to go in my sewing room. I want this somewhere in my living room so I can look at it all the daggum time. I love this so much. Heather, I'm about to cry. I love this so much. All of it is just such perfect detail. I'm literally about to cry. So that is everything. I really don't want to cry. Oh my God, that is not everything. Wow. I thought that was everything. Well, Kelly's a dumbass. So I didn't finish showing you my fabric. For my fabric of the month. Somebody could have had a V8 to me, please. Do it to your computer or your phone screens right now. Just go, could have had a V8. It's been one of those kinds of days. But seriously, I got too excited. But, I love this so much. Heather, you did an amazing job. And I love you, friend. Okay. I lost my train of thought for a second. Okay. Let me actually show you the fabric that I got those free patterns with, because I was talking about that and then I forgot to show the fabric and I went straight into the box of goodies. So, yeah. Story of my life, right guys? This is why y'all are here, I think. Okay, so this month's freebie, because Dreama always sends a freebie. Let's get back to where I was like 10 minutes ago. We got a snowflake frame yarn tree from yarntree.com. So it's a little snowflake ornament that you can stitch something and hang it up on your tree. So really cute. And the fabric for this month is Picture This Plus Ariel, and y'all know I'm getting 32 count Jobelan. So Ariel, this is actually a color of fabric that I have never purchased before, shockingly. But it is a very simple, brighter color blue. Really like it. There you go. That's pretty true to color. Okay. Now the video is done. So many goodies. I loved it all. And I just can't deal. These are amazing. They're amazing. Actually, I've got to do that. These are amazing. Yeah, this is going somewhere very prominent, not in my sewing room because I don't spend as much time in there. The others are seasonal, so they're gonna go in the seasonal boxes until this next year, after I take them to my guild and do show and tell, because they've been complaining that I haven't been show and telling my things. It's a quilt guild though, and these are so tiny, people wouldn't be able to see them, and I don't want people touching them either. So, you know, so I don't really show and tell my own stuff unless it's a quilt. But, I just can't. I love them all, but I'm so glad that you wrapped this one to come out last, because this is truly my ultimate favorite. Anyways, I'm sorry for rambling about this one. I'm just so excited, so happy. And, I have a couple of finishes. I bought some canvases because I'm going to do 2 canvas finishes, and I am going to make Pear Tree Inn into a pillow, and I might make that daggum Zodiac one into a pillow because I don't know what else to do with it. I'm going to think on these. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think pillow? Or do y'all have some other brilliant idea? Like I said, I thought about doing like the little mounted magnetic switch out thing, but I don't know. I'm not 100% settled on that because I would have to have 2 of them, and I don't want to have 2 of them. So I'd rather make them all into something individual, but I can't figure out what that individual thing would be other than a little baby pillow. So if you have any other ideas of not a switcher outer type thing, let me know down below or tag me in something on Instagram. And I hope that y'all have a fantastic weekend and next week of stitching, and I will see y'all later. Bye, guys.